welcome to today's video. This is going to be a very long video. I will just say in advance, grab a snack, get a drink. I've got my water going because we've got a lot to talk about. So we've got a lot of new makeup to talk about and I cannot wait to play with these things. I have two beauty boxes that I have gotten recently and I'm going to share some of the things in one of the boxes and then we're going to unbox entirely the newest Sephora Play box because I've been doing these every single month and I have enjoyed them. I have enjoyed seeing what's in here. I did, oops, my mirror fell. I did take a little peek at the flyer, little brochure, whatever these things are called. And it's looking like a good box. So how adorable is this? Jean material with some red and white. Really, really cute and full of goodies. So my fragrance sample for this month is the YSL Black Opium. I've never smelled this before. So let's just try it and see what happens. Cool little bottle. Do I twist? How do I do this? Well, I can't figure out how to open this thing. Anywho, moving on. I have the Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo, which is super fun because I would like to try things from Dry Bar. I haven't tried their dry shampoo yet, so that's a cute little size, perfect for travel. And it's a 10 grams, so 0.35 ounce bottle. I also got the Sephora mask. This is the Mud Mask Purifying and Mattifying with Zinc and Copper. Clinically proven tolerance. That's a good size. I would like to try this maybe tonight. And it's just a kind of grayish color, very thick like a clay mask. Let's do this again. Typical mask textures that are more of a clay mask, things to draw impurities. Smells a little bit off and weird, but I'm going to try that. So the next sample is a primer. This is the Professional from Benefit. This is not new. I've used this many, many years ago when it first came out, and it's one that you can use to fill in pores, and it has kind of like a silky, silicone-y feel to it, which feels quite nice, and it helps smooth and minimize the look of pores, so that's cool. I am super excited about this next product. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. I have gone through so many of these over the years. This is a really good liquid liner. It's one of my favorites. The black one is just perfection. It is a felt tip, so it has, you know, a little bit of a give to it on the tip, so it just glides very smoothly. I enjoy it very much. Excited to use that, so I'm going to use that today. And I got a Marc Jacobs mascara. This is the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara, which I'm excited about. It's got an hourglass shape, so it kind of reminds me a lot of my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. So we're going to see how this compares. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments if you enjoy that mascara. And that's it for this month. So pretty good. I'm happy with this one. Last month was kind of like, not so great. But this month was better and a lot more things in my little pouch that I'm actually going to use. And I'll get back to you on that fragrance because I cannot figure out how to open that sucker. And I do not have that much time. So all I have on my face is a CC cream, and I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. It's the Juice Beauty Stem Cellular CC cream in the color Desert Glow with SPF 30. It's a tiny little sample. Looks like so, and the color seems to be a pretty good match. It gives a really dewy finish to the skin. I got that in a subscription box, but I'm not a subscriber to this. My sister actually sent me this for Mother's Day. And it's the Dermstore BeautyFix box, which I have been eyeing and I've been wanting to try. It is full of all kinds of skincare gems. So you got a fragrance sample from Toka. I think that's how you pronounce that. A plumping lip treatment. If you follow me on Snapchat, you've seen these things already. The newest oil from Murad, the multivitamin infusion oil, which I'm pumped about that. It is a little pricey. I think it's like $70 some for the full size. So a little bit pricey, but it is a good size. I'll show you what these little sample sizes. Just like a tiny little thing. How adorable. So you may only need to use a drop or two, maybe 3. So that's a good size to figure out if you like it. This is the little packaging for the Juice Beauty. I got a body cleanser from Peter Thomas Roth, which I've never tried the body cleansers. I've tried the pads, the peels, the cleansers over the years. A hair product. This is the Revive. What is this? A leave-in protectant that detangles, hydrates, and tames hair. So that's a good size. A sample of the SkinCeuticals Discoloration Defense Serum, which is pretty pricey. The full size is about $100, so good size to try. A filler from Fillerina. This is a replenishing gel with, I believe it's hyaluronic acid, but it comes with a syringe. So the Fillerina, it's like a syringe of some clear gel. This says it's nourishing and firming, special hyaluronic acids in different forms which moisturize at different levels. So it says any feeling of tension is due to this product. So it's supposed to be a filler. If I didn't read this, I would look at this and be like, is that a needle? But it's not. It's got a little bitty hole, and you just basically apply this to the area. So I would probably use this through my forehead because I do have some fine lines on my forehead and just some crow's feet. Some of it is induced from sun tanning when I was in my 20s, and well, I'm just trying to delay aging as much as possible. I mean, who isn't really? So excited about that. And then I also got in the box the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. So this is a luminizer primer. I think this might be a newer product, but it's a full size, and I did try this on the back of my hand. It leaves a nice finish. It reminds me of that sort of glow that I get from the, what is it? The newest primer that I purchased from Physicians Formula. I forget what it's called. Spotlight something. It's very similar to this. And then also two more things. The VMV Hyperallergenics Moisturizer and the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. So that's all the stuff that came in this box. And I also got samples because you get samples with every order. Hydrating serum and moisturizer from First Aid Beauty, a shampoo from Creme, and then a moisturizer and primer sample from DHC. So really good. If you subscribe, I think it's $24, and a one-time purchase I think is $35. So really awesome. So you'll be seeing some of those products in upcoming videos, but I wanted to share that with you because I'm going to be using some of these things, and we're just going to start doing some makeup now. Let's tuck this hair behind the ears. It's still kind of cooling because I curled it today. I also got a few things from the drugstore that I'm going to be using throughout the video. So I think for my face, I'm going to go in with a little bit of my powder. I don't think I want to put any more foundation-y type of things on my face. I've been using the Sephora Pro Airbrush 54 brush to apply my powder. And this is just the Glow Skin powder. You may be able to see there's a bit of a kind of dip in there, because that's what I've been using. So I'm just going to go over my CC cream and just kind of tone down a bit of that sheen. Oh gosh, if you guys could see my dog, she pushes the door and she sticks her head in and she looks like, is it safe to come in? Okay, so I think I'm going to switch to a crease brush that I use for my concealer. Take the same thing. This is what I use for concealer on most days, so just super easy. So one of the things that I got from the drugstore that's new is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set. Looks like this. I needed another one because I was using the Maybelline Brow Drama in soft brown. I've been using this for several months, and I've been just kind of trying to finish it up. It's not a bad product as far as like the formula and the color. However, this is the applicator for the for the Maybelline one, and you see that ball. It's so awkward. It's hard to kind of get it down packed. If you have thin brows, this is just way too much like thickness in the applicator, so that's why I bought this one. This brush is super tiny. Look at that. Tiny brush. So let me comb these suckers into place, and then let's go ahead and see how this is going to work. I'm actually liking this. This color is, what did I say? Did I tell you the color? Dark brunette, because I did color my hair. I usually use soft brown or like a medium brown when my hair was a little bit more red, like vibrant. This is more of a kind of burgundy, kind of wine type of shade. And so I thought I'd go darker. This actually matches my natural hair color of my brows. I feel like this brow is not as good as this brow. This is my better brow, but you know, they're sisters, not twins. Isn't that what they say? So I do like this. I think the color works really well with my actual brows. It matches. It's a bit darker. It goes with the darker hair. So digging this. They do have a few shades. Not an extensive range. Alright, so I have a cream shadow that's a champagne color, number 705 from Revlon. And I also picked up this when I was at Target buying some stuff. So this is the CoverGirl Total Tease. I saw a video on YouTube, and it was Patrick Starr doing Katy Perry's makeup, and she was using this mascara, and I watched the whole video. I sat down and took a break from school online, and it was quite nice to see that video, and she's really pretty. She was using all CoverGirl things, and this was one of the things. So I was like, okay, I need a new mascara for the lower lashes anyway, so let's do it. Alright, so the actual cream eyeshadow, it's one of those ColorStay 24-hour type of things. I don't think it's going to be 24 hours, but it's going to last, I think, a pretty good time because I did put some primer on. So I'm going to use my ring finger and just take a little bit of this and see what this looks like. And just kind of lightly. I was wanting something that give me like a little bit of a sheen on my lids so I could just do some mascara or maybe liquid liner and mascara for the summertime, just kind of quick and easy. Alright, so in my rotation this week for eyeshadow palettes is this Metal Matte palette from Kat Von D. It's the big one. It came out last year. I honestly have not picked this up at all this year, and that's really sad to say. But you guys know, if you've watched my videos this year, you know I'm on a quest to try to use as much of my products as possible because after all I did spend my hard-earned money on this and it hasn't gotten a lot of love. So I wanted to do some kind of blue color maybe, some, I don't know, some aquas. I've got some options here. I also have the Makeup Geek Chameleon Pigment, the Duochrome. I'm going to start with the shade called Suede, which is just a very light matte. And I know this palette is not available, but don't worry, this color, honestly, all these colors, you can find them in different brands, are not that unique. So I'm going to use actually this one here called Suede, which is a very light tan shade. And I'm going to use that into my crease first, so I'm going to play it safe. And I'm going to just go back and forth. Just kind of build this up. And I love this brush. This is like a really good brush. Okay. And that color actually shows up decent on my skin tone, even though it looks quite light in the palette. And Bone, which is a very light, kind of whitish ivory color. And I'm going to clean around the edges and sort of tone this down a little bit and clean up the sides. And so I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, and I'm going to go in with a darker brown. So this one in the palette is called Oak, and I'm going to add this to the outer corner of my eye and blend that right into the Suede shade. So I switched over to this brush just to kind of go over it because it is sticking a little bit to that cream eyeshadow, which is to be expected when you put a powder over a cream. It's going to stick to the area that you first put your brush down, so it does require a little bit of working, but it's okay. Okay. So I think we've got them where they're kind of even and blended as best as possible because, like I said, it's clinging to that cream shadow. You know what? Why don't we just do this shade here? I actually have not used this teal shade called What. Look how, like seriously, look how pretty this is, and it's so creamy. Like I said, I've only swatched it. I don't think I've ever used that shade. So, we're doing it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Let me see if I can get a little closer to the camera so you guys can see a little bit better. So I'm just kind of stamping it really close to the root of my lashes. And I'm going to take a pencil brush and go around the edges. I think, you know what? I have this idea to blend this out with this shade here, which is like a royal blue. Let's see. Let's just do it. I'm going to Oh, Lord. This is so pigmented. Oh, my goodness. It's a matte, like royal blue. Holy smokes. I'm going right underneath it. Alright, so I'm going to take the same brush that I used to apply the color on the outer crease. Is this the same one? Yes, the Zoeva brush. And I'm going to go right under there, the lower lash line, with whatever's left. I'm not really going to pick up any extra. And I'm going to soften all of this out. So I think what I want to do for the lids, I really want to go back in with that Revlon because it's a shimmer and it's a light shade. So I'm going to take a little bit more on my ring finger and then just kind of press that in this inner part, just to kind of lighten this up. This is why I don't do looks with colors like this, because I literally get it on my nose, I get it in my hair, on my forehead, all over the place. It's like I don't know what's wrong with me. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of stop here because I feel like this is a little bit out of my comfort zone in a good way though. I'm going to go in with some liner. I'm going to use the tattoo liner in Trooper, the one that came in my Sephora Play box. This mascara, if you haven't tried it yet, has like a different look to it. And I got this specifically for my lower lash line because it's pretty small, like the underside here, so I can get really close to my lashes. Then you can use that little kind of spiky point to get in the inner corners, which, again, another good thing. So I'm just going to kind of work with it. Alright, so I did my blush and my bronzer off camera. It's the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced and the Exposed Blush by Tarte. I also did a little bit of the Dermablend setting powder just to the T-zone and right in this area. And I used this brush for bronzer and also for the setting powder. This is the e.l.f. complexion brush. Such a good brush, and it's cheap as all get out, $3, and it's so much better, and I reach for it more than my more expensive brushes. So definitely check out that brush if you're looking for a good brush for powder, bronzers, and all kinds of other things that you could use it for. Alright, so for lips, I think I want to do, where's my lip stylo thing from Hourglass? I'm going to use this. I think this will go really nicely with this. So I like these because this is it says Girl and then it says Peacemaker, so I don't know which one it is. So I'm going to go straight in with this. I've used this once before. And it's such a pretty color. And I got blue eyeshadow in here. Oh. This is super creamy and very comfortable. And it feels like a classic creamy lipstick, and I really like the little applicator of it. I think this is really cute. I'm gonna keep this in my purse, but that is such a pretty color. Adds some color to the lips, but not taking away from the eyes. And this is the finished look. What do you think? Different? A little bit out of my comfort zone, I will admit, but it's fun. I had a lot of fun doing this video. I know this was a very long video, but I wanted to kind of make up for the lack of extra videos these last several weeks. So we've got some unboxing and a tutorial all wrapped in one. It's like 2 videos in one. So I hope that you enjoyed it. If you stayed to the end, thank you so much for spending some of your day and watching the entire video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback on any of the products that I shared today in this video, please let me know in the comment section what you think about them. You will be seeing more new stuff, and we're going to revisit some of these other things that I didn't share in this video. We're also going to recap on some previous hauled items and give you my thoughts on some of those. So some reviews are coming up very soon. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified for those new videos. And if you have social media, you can find me there. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I will see you there. Have a great weekend, a great week ahead next week, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.